Okay, Rod, a 2-0 defeat. Stonebridge Road is always a difficult place to come to, but what's your immediate reaction?
Yeah, I just said there to Brian, who's just done a quick article on it. We just felt a little bit short today. Overall, I thought the boys had gone out. It's a very tough pitch to play on. The pitch it's quite hard underground, and it's also very sort of icy. But both teams had to play on it, so no excuses there. Disappointed to concede with 2 set pieces, and it was all about we never won the first contact or the second contact, and that at this level you get punished. But I'm not going to take anything away from our players. I think we've been on an amazing run, and we're still up there. We'll still be around it somehow. One of the 2 of ours today I felt just probably when you need your big players to really have a good day. I don't think we really done that today. But overall, as I say, if we could have kept it at 1-0, I was looking to just have a little trump card up my sleeve. But once that second one went in, it obviously took away any plans of trying to force the issue. But I just want to say that the players have. That they've gone out here today. I don't think they've rolled over. I thought Ross has had a great game. I think our keeper's been busier than ours, which gives you an indication that, maybe they did have more goalmouth action. But they've still scored from 2 set plays. And then I've got to say that the chances that we did have, to be fair, as I say, when their goalkeeper was needed to be called into action, he done very well. So, overall, if I could have got a draw here today, I would have thought that would have been a good draw. But I can't take nothing away from Ebbsfleet. I think they're a very good side. They're a good club. And I think they're glittered with a lot of experience here, and I think that probably showed a little bit today. You could just see the very fine margins, but you can see that their centre half's big and strong. Kedwell up front, great player. Their midfield, they've got some great footballers in there. We have to respect that they're a good side, a tough place to come. And I fell short here today, and as I say, but I can't knock my players. We just need to go again. We've got some big games coming up. We need to make sure that we're, that this defeat don't rock us too much. And I think a sign of a good team is when you can come back from your defeat, then you've got to go again, and that's what we'll be looking to do in our next game. But I'm not overly too disappointed, because I think today we just got beat by slightly a better side.
And Ross made many great saves towards the end, and if it wasn't for him, the scoreline could have been much larger, couldn't it?
Yeah, you say that. Obviously Ross has had to do more than their goalkeeper today, but I think up until the second goal went in, I think once the second goal went in, it's a natural reaction that our players are probably going to slightly drop off, because they felt that the game was lost then, and they're going to step on the gas, and then everybody's going to want to get on the score sheet. So I think that's probably why he was a little bit busier. We've become a little bit more expansive and open. But as I say, I'm not worried about the last 3 or 4 minutes if it had been 3-0 or whatever, because the game was probably lost for us then. And I just felt once the second went in, it sort of affected us a little bit. But overall, as I say, it's not probably the best performance I've had at Chelmsford. I wouldn't have said that today was always going to be the best performance. It needed to be a workmanlike performance, and even with playing Max in there was a reason for us doing that today. We did look a little bit more brighter with 2 up top, but we felt they were going to play an holding sort of deepest midfielder in there. But overall, we've done our own work on them, and it come down to 2 set pieces. So if we could have eradicated making them 2 fouls, who knows? And I think we took 2 bookings. I thought the referee today gave us a couple of unnecessary bookings that on another day I don't see it. But I could speak like that every week, because I just think sometimes they like to get the cards out to just let people know that they're out there. So unfortunately, I think Splain's one was a booking for the pullback. Don't think Ainsley's was, and I think Churchy might have got booked for one of them in there, and I think they might have. I'm not sure the one that they scored on, but that was another free kick that I felt was a little bit harsh. But there we go. Free kicks, what I remember in football were, when you really look to take the opposition out, and now it's any sort of contact. So we have to we're in the laps of the gods. It's just whether they fancy blowing up and giving a card at the time, I feel.
And on Saturday, Truro make the trip down to Essex. It's a long journey, as we know, from when we went up there on the first day of the season. Do you hope to bounce back immediately from this defeat?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as a manager, you want your next game straight away. You want to be playing. If I could, I'd play on Tuesday to get this out of the system. So, but we got to prep again. And as I say, Bushy's been suspended today, which I'll take nothing away with Mickey Splain and Ainsley in there. I thought they were both good, good performances. So they've had an handful. I mean, Kedwell's an handful. You need two centre halves to occupy him. So, we've had one or two out today, but. And that didn't affect the result because what I put out there was good enough to compete. But yeah, of course, we go to Truro next week at home, and we'll look to sort of try and get these 3 points back somehow.